Oh man, did we ever get the king of all leaks tonight in the NBA. Every single earned edition uniform for the 2020-21 NBA season dropped tonight thanks to Twitter user OKC Tracker. He found all of these and posted them on his Twitter feed. We're just going to go through here one by one and give you a brief glimpse at all these uniforms. We don't know the inspiration behind these designs because none of these have been officially released, so a lot of speculation, a lot of just looking at and reacting. A couple of things to notice is that we've seen there are Phoenix Suns and San Antonio Spurs uniforms in here. Typically, these uniforms are reserved for clubs that made the playoffs, and neither of those teams made the playoffs last season, so we're not sure what's happening there. So just keep that in mind when you watch this video. The Suns and Spurs might not actually wear these uniforms. Let's go. Here we got the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I mean, compared to their normal home and road set, this is extremely exciting. But yeah, stripped down color scheme, just black and blue. No orange, no red anywhere to be found on this uniform. Phoenix Suns going for a bit of a retro look here, bringing back the streaking sun look across the front of the jersey and up on the shorts, purple and black with suns diagonal across the chest. Not a bad look. It's good for what it's going for here, the retro design. San Antonio Spurs doing what the Spurs do best. Nothing at all. Look at that. Just the normal logo right on the front of the chest. We've seen this design many, many times before by this team. At least it's not in camouflage this time. The Indiana Pacers going with a yellow version of their City Edition uniform this year, more or less. It looks a little retro. It looks good. This could be a full-time set. The Utah Jazz going back to the retro look, going with green as the primary color, green and gold. They went like this in the 80s for a bit. They had a road jersey that looked like this time with the Jazz note right on the front of the chest. Good look for the Jazz here. The Portland Trailblazers stripping off all their color, going with a grayscale look. I don't know why. They saw the Spurs and said, hey, we want to look like that. I don't know why they'd want to do this. The Philadelphia 76ers bringing back the cream that they used on some city uniforms in the past. The cream's supposed to be the color of the Declaration of Independence. So they got that Liberty Bell right on the chest with the number. An interesting design there. Followed up by the Toronto Raptors. Hey, you said you wanted purple. Are you happy? Is this what you wanted? That's a giant chevron that goes from neck all the way down to the knees. They just can't help themselves, can they? What are you doing, Raptors? The Miami Heat, they've used every single color in their palette so far, except for gold. So here we go, you get your gold Miami Heat uniform. That's it, same design, just different color. There's no red on it, it's just gold and black. The Orlando Magic with their version of that San Antonio Spurs jersey, except this actually looks good. They got a good logo that goes across the chest because it streaks across. This is a good look for the Magic. This could be a full-time look for them as well. Good job, Orlando. The LA Clippers said, let's take the most boring uniform in our set and remove all the color and see what happens. This is what you get, gray and white, a little bit of blue and red around the shoulders, the sleeves there. Just to remind you that this is actually the Clippers. The LA Lakers, of course, they had to bring back the black jersey from last year, and I'm glad they were able to work it into their set somehow. They had to do it. Good job, Lakers, making sure that stuck around. The Houston Rockets, nothing exciting here. It's their regular set, except in black with red trim. Love what the Denver Nuggets are doing here, going back to their retro red, white, and blue color scheme with a little bit of yellow thrown in there and going with the pickaxe logo right on the chest. Yes, a good throwback inspired design. The Milwaukee Bucks having a little bit of fun here. Look at those antlers going all the way up the sides of the jerseys right up to the front. Here's a good idea for the Bucks to really incorporate that deer motif into their uniforms. And it's in the right color scheme too. The Dallas Mavericks, very, very basic here. Looks like a uniform they've worn for years. Just Boston Celtics, a very traditional team, adding neon green to their uniforms. I mean, you're starting to run out of ideas, right? The Celtics only have two colors. They can only do so much. They've tried black, they've tried gray. They're trying neon green. There it is, green on green. And the Brooklyn Nets, wearing a uniform with nets across the front, which is nice. Going with a subway sign style design here. And that pattern in the back of the uniform. Looks good. All right, that's it. That's all 18 of the uniforms. We'll probably only see 16 on the court. Once again, Big thanks to Twitter user OKC Tracker for finding and posting all these uniforms. Way to go. Someone's getting fired at Nike. I don't know who. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll make more of these videos. The more of you are subscribing, so I'm making more. You see how it works? Thanks for stopping by, and check out SportsLogos.Net while you're up and browsing the internet. You'll probably like it. If you like this video, you'll like SportsLogos.Net, so go check it out.